you very much. It seems like such a full circle that I've made. This is my 4th time here at a luncheon, and I'm telling people this morning as I was walking in, I bet you guys are excited to get rid of me. How many times is she going to continue to come back to these luncheons? I'm just here for the food. No, I was just kidding. I really do appreciate all of the things that you all have done for young women like myself. I know that each one of these girls that come through these doors at the Doubletree Hotel to come into these luncheons benefit from this pageant immensely. It's not only the girl who wins. And that's what I had the honor of telling the contestants last night is the impact is made not just because you wear the crown. And the funny thing is when people see the crown, they look at it very superficially. Right? They say, oh, she must have won something, a beauty pageant or a scholarship program. And what I like to explain to people is the fact that the crown means so much more. And the Miss America crown specifically has 4 tenets that each young woman is supposed to embody and is supposed to represent. And those 4 are service, scholarship, style, and success. Now, one of my most frequently asked questions, other than how tall are you, happens to be, what's your favorite point of the crown? If they're familiar with the Miss America organization, they like to ask that. And without a doubt, I have trouble distinguishing my favorite between 2 different points. And for me, that's service and it's scholarship. And when I think about what makes the Miss America organization and what makes the Miss Tennessee organization so very special is the fact that it is the largest scholarship provider for young women in the entire world. And I'll have to let you know, though, that while that's so wonderful, I didn't go into Miss Tennessee loving the fact that it was a scholarship program, because I encountered my very first Miss Tennessee in 1997. And some of you guys have heard this story, and you're like, is she going to tell this story everywhere she goes? But the thing about this is whenever I was 7 years old in a 2nd grade classroom in Tullahoma, Tennessee, I met Lana Keck, and she came to our class and spoke about a safe and drug-free Tennessee, and also established the foundation that we could dream as big as we possibly could, and that dreaming and wishing and hoping for the very best in your life should never end. And for a while, I really didn't buy it. You know what I mean? I was a 7-year-old from a small town in Middle Tennessee, but I can say after a year of serving as Miss Tennessee that I full-heartedly believe it now. And I know that no dream is too big. And Miss America has provided me with that opportunity. And as a child, I saw her as an icon. I saw Miss Tennessee as that beacon, that advocate, that peer mentor that really made me strive to be better. So I decided to compete for my very first local at the age of 18, and I wore a dress that was far too short, go figure, and honestly far too tight, but I walked away with $500 scholarship in my very first title as Miss Scenic City 2009. I went to Miss Tennessee that summer, and I was fortunate enough to place in the top 10. And I remember feeling so overwhelmed with the support of the Jackson community. And honestly, so impressed with the fact that each of the 36 young women were not only beautiful, were not only talented, they were articulate, they were community-minded, and they were making sure that they were not only bettering themselves, but they were bettering the world around them. And guys, for Jackson to be able to be so supportive of each one of those 36 girls that comes every single year is something that is so very invaluable to each and every one of us.